Jake Crabton, Ward 3. I've got a couple of things I might bring up. It's one, about 10 years ago, and we were talking back out, that's roughly 10 years ago, this issue was taken to the vote by people, and it was turned down at the time. Me personally, I have no strong opinion one way or the other, but I think it would be courtesy to put it on the ballot. I know that's not a decision, but the council could make their decision off the vote of the people, since they have turned it down once within a recent memory. That's just a suggestion. The second is, I think the problem, Mr. Palmer, you mentioned that there was folks leaving trash and big items, things like that behind, mainly in rental properties. The household garbage pickup, knowing, because I used to live in Paragould, Arkansas years ago, that will fix some of your problem maybe, but the big items have to be picked up weekly or it will not fix your problem. You will have couches, you will have mattresses, refrigerators, etc. left behind. That's, now Paragould, they picked up large items on a weekly basis, clamshell, loaded up, whatever it may be. You know, again, I don't have a strong opinion one way or the other. I would almost feel though, if that's, and I would say that's a minority, maybe 10% problem, you know, as far as the number of people in town that's causing that trouble. And this would be a Terry question, for sure. But we do own our own city utility. And this is not my idea, this is an idea I've heard from the community. But we do own our city utility. You know, it might be something to toss around, fine, use our existing laws, fine them. If they don't make the payment or correct the problem, it might be a utility shut-off issue. And then that will eliminate your problem. If they don't pay the bill, utilities get cut off, maybe they move somewhere else and bring a problem with it. And that won't disturb what we currently have. And that might be a solution that we can use with pre-existing laws. It's an idea to toss around. So, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm new to this ball game, but Sarah Dye, I'm in Ward 5, and I'm just sitting out here in the audience, and I've just had a few thoughts. First of all, one of my thoughts was, have we done any research as to what other little towns do around us and what their procedures are? I don't know, Clarkton, Campbell, Malden, I don't know what their trash pickup situation is. And if I understood Mr. Crafton correctly, were you saying that you thought it could be a city, another department from the city?
Which Crafton?
Mr. Excuse me, Frank. Were you saying that you think maybe it could be another part of the city, such as the electric or?
That wouldn't be object.
No, you can do it. Really like politics here, we're pointing fingers at each
Well,
other.
I was just gonna say, I think that's a wonderful idea. You know, we have, like he said, we have our own utilities. You know, I know in big cities, you know, the trash pickup is just part of the city. And another thought on the big trash, could we not write a grant for some kind of citywide cleanup and get trash? I know, how long has it been since we've had the citywide cleanup? I don't remember one the last
Last year.
few years.
Last year, yeah.
Last
But it
year.
had been 3 years before that.
And you can call for the
Okay.
waste management, anytime you need large items hauled off, we'll do so for a reasonable fee.
Okay. But anyway, those were just some thoughts I had, that maybe we could write a grant and get those things picked up and city beautification or something. That's just my thoughts.
You had said if anybody had talked to another city, I talked to Malden. I work up there quite a bit. I went down to City Hall and talked to them about how theirs is going. The only concern about one pickup is their price goes up. If we take a bid, I think we need to lock in that price until the end of that bid where they can raise it. That's the complaint I got out of Malden. There's wind from it. That's what the gentleman told me.
But it's, I know about others, I've talked to a couple other cities that have citywide pickup,
and the city charged X amount of dollars, which I now know it's higher than what it was a few months ago, but they charged X dollars plus 50 cents, and that city got the 50 cents for for doing the billing, doing the collecting, and then writing the trash service check once a month. So, that's one aspect. Then my other aspect is actually knowing that my son's getting ready to go to school up in Cape, and we've got a house up there that we're renovating for him to go to school at. I know what they do for trash. They have 2 buckets. One is a recycling bucket, and I always throw the wrong stuff in the wrong one, and he goes back here and has to switch them out. And then one is trash, one is recyclable. Trash is picked up on one day, recycling is done on another day. But then they're also allowed once a year a free large pickup. After that, they can call and schedule. That's only on Wednesdays. And then if they need other large items picked up, you can call for a nominal fee. Don't know what that nominal fee is because we haven't done that yet. Then the trash service will come back around on that Wednesday, and everything they can pick up in 10 minutes is thrown into the trash can. And so that's with looking at talking with Cardwell and Arbor, and then the other experience with Cape Girardeau is what they do up there. So it's but I do know his trash day is one day and recycling day is another day.
I've done that for years. Well, when I
Yeah.
moved off.
That works for the people that they call and they want to pay to have it picked up. But we're talking here about the people that they're not calling.
And they're not
They don't
calling,
want to pay.
Yeah.
And the question I have for Terry is it legal for a utility company to set somebody's utilities off? They don't pay.
We talked about that at the last council.
Yeah, I'm not
Said,
That's the big question. If it is okay to do, that might be a solution. For the ones that they don't call, or they don't take care of their property.
But, there is the issue that if the city is going to bill, is to contract with the provider or providers, then there has to be one. It's going to have to be on a utility bill. That's how it's going to get billed, so. There's sometimes I need to look at that.
And can they go in and pay the electric and the
Well,
water
that's-
and leave the trash off? And what happens in that case? Can we still?
Well, that's what I.
Okay. Well, that's something to look into.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just have some friends that live in Paragould that someone spoke, and I'm just wondering what their policy is. If you don't pay your bill, hey. Well, thank you for your time.
The question I had for Jake was, who paid for the large item pickup in capital?
It was part of your utility bill.
Okay?
It's, you paid now this has been, goodness, I've just got out of college, 20 years ago.
And X amount of dollars.
It's very reasonable. I think at the time it was like $14 a month. All your household was picked up twice a week, and then your large items were picked up once a week.
Thank you.
And that's city owned, though. That was through a city department.
That's about the same way that Blyville does. They got a city trash pickup, and then once a week, they go around and get all the large items. We've done that for a while, but in other words, the first month, you're gonna be killed with it.
Mhm.
And after that, it'll start trickling down. But it keeps the city picked up besides someone putting a hot water heater in the backyard until the year gets here for the citywide cleanup. Besides, do it all at one session, spread that out over a whole year, and you get picked up once a week. And that'll get you big stuff, your limbs, your hot water heaters, your furniture, anything, mattresses, everything that fills the ditches up will be gone.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yes.
Pardon me, my name is Jim Colauer. My question basically is a follow-up about the city's involvement with billing, as Mr. Jones. I don't see the problem right now. We have no, or you have no control over who pays for trash, who doesn't pay for trash. That is to me like the mosquito program. you don't get a choice if it's on your bill or not, it's on the bill. And if you go to a citywide trash situation, everybody gets paid for it. They choose not to put a can out there, fine. If they choose to trash up their yard, I do not know what the time span is between getting a citation on property and what is the period of time before it goes to fruition of filing a lien on them if they don't pay it within so many days. Where in a legal standpoint that the city can do, but that no private contractor is gonna be involved in. They'll just send them a bill and that'll be the end of it. And that's why to me, the city charges everything for every involvement within a household, from electricity to gas to water, mosquitoes, internet. And to me, trash is just a normal, add-on. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is you could separate it out where you're not, killing the entrepreneurs trying to do a trash service here, but you make him the arm of the work to be provided, but you have the ability to bill, maintain, and if they don't come through with it, then attach it to their tax records as a lien. But my first question, because I've got a situation, or I don't have it, we do, but I passed by on Clipper Street between Main and Jackson, of a house that the dump yards look probably a little better. And I know I've made conversational calls about that as to what is the situation of they've been served and of coming to some type of fine or for them or something on record. And to me, that should go through, well, anyway, I won't go through that, but I do not understand what the time period is. Let's say you file on somebody today because they've had notices, they haven't done anything. How long before that can be adjudicated with, fruition to the problem? I mean, it seems like with the people that I'm discussing, it's been going on for months, and just, and I'm just wondering, is there a time factor on what you do if from the time somebody's filed